Downtown Porterville Committee, Vice Mayor McCurvey.
Hey, Stan, you want to lead off on this one? You want to talk about our meeting at all?
Well, I've slept since then, Ed. I didn't prepare anything really.
Vice Mayor, bus driver you.
Well, we had fun in the meeting. You can go back and watch it.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a shotgun approach, wasn't it? I mean, we were kind of they were kind of shooting all over the room, but
It's amazing.
good things came out of it, though.
Yeah, it's amazing how much we are getting done. The hard part is measuring the gains and sustaining the gains that we've made, because the expectations that a lot of people have, and then we continue to get centered around in the downtown committee on just the safety of downtown and the cleanliness of downtown, and now we're kind of moving that out into the alleyways. That's the bulk of the discussion, because in order to have a thriving downtown, it's got to be better than it is today. And I think there's an expectation that it could be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to happen overnight. And so there's a lot of frustration in the committee meetings that we have. And we decided, and let's go back even further. When we set this committee up, or initially, there was a lot of people that said, don't even try, you'll never succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So we've been trying, and we have been succeeding. We've got a lot in the win column, but measuring those wins and then taking stock in how far we've come, I think it's important, and we did that in this last meeting. We covered a lot of ground. We understand what the standards are. We got great input from the community through the members of our committee now. They went out and had meetings with members and business owners all over the community for the last 60 days. They had a couple of really big meetings, very successful meetings, and they came back optimistic, positive, wanting to get things done. And we did get a couple of things up before the council now already and approved, like the enterprise zone and now the moving forward with the music. There's some things that we didn't get done, but we're undaunted. We actually came up with an idea that we're going to be exploring, and we're already starting to look at this and bringing some lighting to certain areas in our downtown, adjacent to and in the back alleys and around in the areas that are dark, because that's where bad things happen in our downtown. So we need to light them up. And so we're going to be looking at that next. And we're doing some assessments now on what that is, because if we can highlight those areas and keep this positive momentum with downtown, the consensus is that parking on Main Street won't be as much of a challenge. People will feel safer if they park behind Main Street after dark and then walk across, even in an alleyway, if we clean up those alleyways. And so, with the additions of what we're doing downtown that we've already achieved, including the JCPenney's thing that we're going to do, it's really going to continue to build. And so we're going to need to expand our reach into those areas that are needing to be maybe under better control. The area that's over there by JCPenney's, behind Yum Yum Donuts and behind Grocery Outlet is a problem area. And I think when we fix that we're going to see some great advances in downtown as well, because there's some opportunity to clean up that whole area as we fix that. I think there's also a lot of buzz in the meeting about having some evening events, regular events, about having some types of farmers market events and other types of events. Like there were some great events on the that we voted for tonight too, in a similar way. I think that there's some momentum building, and that was the consensus and the optimism from the team. The challenge that we're facing is we're getting a lot of good collaboration, a lot of good cooperation, but expectations still have to be set on what we can actually achieve, because we don't have a lot of money to do a lot of things. For example, to secure all of the trash bins in all the alleyways, it would be a huge expense. And then there's some discussion about doing locks on the trash cans. We had that. You can go watch some of the meetings we've had. And we're not confident that would solve the problem either, and it comes with some other problems. So we're wrestling with, keeping that secure, because a lot of people, now that we have a dump that's outside of town, they just drive downtown and dump their trash in our alleyways. And that's, we talk about that too, but we have to have some measures. And so I asked the team to continue to look at ways that we can measure our success, so that it's a little less frustrating and a little bit more objective. That's difficult when you have something that's of this scope, but we're trying to come up with some ways to say, well, how do we measure success? We know we're better, but how much better? And what does it look like where we want to go? And that's really part of that conversation of setting expectations. I think everyone can agree. Please go watch the meeting. We're making good, steady progress, and everybody's working hard towards the same goal. That's my summary of the meeting from this week, and we're going to meet again next month and follow up on some of those measures and some of the standards.
Get down to the gritty.
Yeah, we're going to try.
You know, I appreciate that report. That is one of the, I love watching your committee meetings there, Vice Mayor, Councilman Green. I haven't got to watch it yet, so I need to go take the time to do that. One thing, just talking about the trash and people illegally dumping, a lot of these store owners do have camera systems in the back. So if they would call with a time and date when someone illegally dumps in their trash can, I'm sure Porterville Police Department can very easily use the flock camera system to figure out who actually went and illegally dumped. And that is a resource that the city does have. So I just something that you could throw out. If you ticket some individuals that are illegally dumping in these back alleys, then it will set a precedence. It'll be talked about, and people will stop doing it. Eventually, they'll stop doing it. Really love what's coming out of the downtown committee, and this echoes to what one of you gentlemen said earlier. We were told that don't do this. It's been tried before. It's an impossible task. But you're showing that hard work, pushing forward. Yes, there's it's not an easy issue, but we're going to continue to work hard and deliver for our downtown district and beautify our city. So I appreciate your efforts, Vice Mayor and Councilman Green. Okay, moving on to